But Walker, buying businesses is risky. How do I know what's going to happen? How do I know if there's going to be a recession or some kind of weird situation that impacts my ability to sort of execute on acquiring an existing business? My name's Walker Dybel. I'm the author of Buy Then Build, creator of the Acquisition Lab. Today is January 1st, 2024, and we are going to go through the 8 reasons why 2024 is actually teed up to be the single best year to acquire existing companies yet this decade, okay? Before we get started on the list though, I'd be remiss if I didn't harp once again on the thing that I've been talking about since 2016, which is that, we have 30 million baby boomer owned businesses that all need to change hands by the end of this decade. It's estimated to be $10 trillion in business value that needs to change hands. And this is the single largest unprecedented transfer of wealth in human history. Okay, that's what's going on right now. So why 2024? Here's the 8 reasons. Number 1 is the economic landscape. Okay, look, recessions are part of capitalism. Like, we live in a boom and bust economy. It's just part of it, right? But the thing is that when you look at all of the economists out there and all the big financial institutions, they're all predicting, a positive gross domestic product in 2024. It's estimated to be between 2 and 3%. We're going to have low inflation. Okay, the Fed already did all their corrections with interest rates so far, and we're going to continue to have low unemployment. Okay, so it's going to have strong economic foundations for moving forward. It's a good, stable landscape. Second is interest rates. But Walker, they're high. Well, okay, first I would say they're higher than they were when they were 0, but they're not necessarily off par compared to, historical averages, okay? And the thing is that because it was trending up, there's a feeling that they're high, okay? There's a feeling that there's less people that want to take on debt in order to do things like this. And so, I think that we're in for higher for longer, right? The Fed is not investors. They don't care if investors whine about, hey, capital's more expensive now, lower rates again so I can do more stuff. They don't care. Their job is all about inflation and controlling inflation. And so what they're going to do is once they hit that 2% goal, they're currently about 3%, which is about 50% higher than their target, right? Once they hit that 2% goal, they're going to hold it for quarters. They're not just going to start dropping. So we've got a higher for longer kind of environment. And what I think this will do is eliminate sort of like the fair weather buyers, right? So I think that the buyer pool will get thinned out. Just as one extreme example, we'll pick on institutional capital. So the Amazon aggregators raised about $14 billion, pretty much at 0 interest rate debt in order to come in and acquire fulfilled by Amazon businesses a couple of years ago. They completely destroyed the market, right? There's a whole bunch of money chasing too few deals. They pushed multiples up to crazy levels, unsustainable levels. And then as interest rates went up and the COVID online shopping spree ended, they were all underwater and everything kind of ceased. Now they're aggregating. So there's a lot of that, all that kind of noise is not going to be there. All right. Third, strong pocketbooks. Okay. Consumer debt is higher than it's ever been. Okay, that's been a big headline. But what everyone's missing is that consumer balance sheets have actually never been stronger. What everyone did was refinance their house or buy a home at 0 interest rate debt, right? They bought assets, they bought houses, they bought cars. They've got cash in the bank. And so, yeah, they took on more debt, but it's never been cheaper, right? And so consumer spending really drives the economy and is the basis for your future customers after acquiring a business in 2024. And they are strong. They've got cash, they feel good, and their balance sheets are strong. Consumer spending will continue to be up. Number 4, something I'm calling small business 2.0. It's right around the corner. And I don't think people really understand the impact that artificial intelligence is going to have on small business operations. So in other words, some of these small businesses, they're all based in the old economy. Some of them don't even have websites, right? And so, we're in this situation where what AI is going to look like at the end of 2024 versus what it looks like today is drastically different. It's going to it's going to be at least 2 times what it is today. So we are having problems even imagining the impact that this is going to have on creating competitive advantages, marketing, increasing ROI, operations, and just ability to scale and make decisions. We're talking about the ability to leverage world-class technology at a very affordable price, $20 a month or something like that. And so I think that, without buying an existing company to apply the AI changes to, then it's really just untapped potential in artificial intelligence that's not being used. So, AI is here, and it will create small business 2.0 in 2024 for those savvy enough to think ahead of time and implement that. 5, SBA is even more favorable. In 2016, the SBA came out with, they were lending up to 90% on business transactions on companies that had no collateral and buyers that had no collateral. This was like a tremendous transformation that changed even how I had been buying companies up until that point. I believe that the most significant changes since 2016 actually occurred in 2023. The SBA is more flexible, it's cheaper, and it's easier to access. Now there's certain situations where you can put down even 5% if you get, the seller to take on certain terms of a deal. So financing has never been easier. It's even easier now than it was a year ago. It's crazy. Number 6, this presidential election is going to be a doozy, okay? Regardless of where you land on the political spectrum. Here's the thing. The election is going to take headlines. There's going to be fake news. There's going to be thousands of bots on social media pushing all kinds of, opposing views on certain things, and everyone's going to be distracted, okay? So there's going to be stock market volatility. By the way, earnings are almost unanimously agreed are going to be up in corporate earnings in the stock market, and yet we are going to see huge fluctuations in market volatility. And what I'm trying to say is that business is strong. There's still, all these baby boomers that need owners of their companies. All this is happening. So the concept is everyone's going to be distracted. And for the disciplined entrepreneurs, they will be rewarded with the ability to get deals done in this time, especially because we're also going to see that lenders are going to be more responsive and more eager to get loans closed faster so that they don't experience, the down years that they tend to experience in election years, okay? So 7, in, not of. Savvy investors, experienced investors have learned that it's not timing of the market, it's time in the market, okay? The single best time to acquire a small business was yesterday. Today is the second best time, okay? And so the concept is that, we're gonna have, look, I've been through the stock market crash. I've been through 9/11. I've been through, all of us were, but as a stockbroker during the tech bust, right? I was unemployed during 9/11. I was a brand new homeowner during the real estate crash. I was a manufacturing owner, during the Great Recession, so on and so forth. Here's the thing. By buying companies since 2006, I've made millions of dollars, right? I'm teed up this year to hopefully, knock on wood, close on my 4th, 7-figure transaction sale. So, the thing is this is the game, and you're either in the game or you're not in the game. It's a great time to get in the game. 8, a $200+ million resource. I created the acquisition lab in 2019, and we've grown to over 600 members. It's a vetted group. We anchored in world-class education. And the concept is, to create the Harvard or the Y Combinator for first-time acquisition entrepreneurs. And it's really the resource that I wished I had when I started back in 2004. We've got over 100 million in member transactions occurring every single year, and we love to see you on the inside. Thanks so much. It's 2024. Let's go buy some businesses.